Hey everyone, we have another round of exciting new games to go through together, and they all released today, March 16th, here on the Nintendo Switch. Now we have a brand new entry in a long-running fan-favorite franchise, as well as a psychedelic new first-person shooter, and as always, I'm excited to share the games with you, so we'll dive right in. Stay safe, my friends, and please, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like for us, and of course, let me know if you plan to pick any of them up in the comments down below. Alright, we'll start off with Bayonetta Origins, Cereza, and the Lost Demon. This is the newest game in the franchise, and by now I'm sure you know they went a whole new direction with the gameplay and the art style, this time opting for a top-down adventure that aims to be a bit more family-friendly than the previous titles. Now in this one we play as a young Cereza before she becomes Bayonetta, and we're accompanied by our demon companion Cheshire for most of the journey. And it has a control system where basically half of the controller is used for each of the two playable characters, and while this is a bit confusing at first, once you get it down, it really only becomes an issue during the intense combat sections. Another cool thing you can do is just split the Joy-Con and allow a friend to play alongside you, with each of you controlling one character. Now the story is told in a unique way as well, and thus far I've been truly enjoying the game, and if you're interested in Bayonetta Origins, again it released today with an MSRP of $59.99, and you'll need a little over 3 gigs for the download. Next we have Post Void, which is a game that was recently recommended to me from a friend of ours here at the channel, and I want to thank you because this game is awesome. What you have here is a roguelike first-person shooter with a simple goal that's executed to perfection. Now as you can see, the game went with a surreal graphical style that I'm pretty sure was made by people that were not entirely sober, and as I mentioned, the game gives you a simple goal of reaching the end before your crystal vial runs out of liquid. Now, death means it's over and you'll have to start from the beginning and then make that trip back through the 11 stages all over again. Along the way, of course, you'll be able to replenish the vial by doing damage, and if you take damage, it will decrease the amount of liquid. Now, I do have to give you a warning, the game does have a ton of flashing lights and bright lighting just in general from start to finish, so please be aware if you have a medical condition that could be triggered by these types of things, make sure you turn it off in the options. Thanks again for the recommendation, and if you're interested in Post Void, it released today and you can pick it up for just $5.99, and the download is around 260 megabytes. Next we have Alice Gear Aegis CS Concerto of Simulatrix. This is a new 3D battle arena style game with both local and online multiplayer, which will likely determine the popularity of the game overall. The world is in danger and we have to take control and pilot different mechs in order to save it. It does have a pretty in-depth single-player story, surprisingly, but your enjoyment in that aspect of the game will most likely come down to whether you're into the whole anime girls thing. Otherwise though, you can just skip that and jump right into the action. The combat, while fun, it does get repetitive, and again I think this game will definitely shine if you can have some friends join you either online or locally. Alice Gear Aegis CS releases today, again March 16th on the Nintendo Switch with an MSRP of $29.99, and the download is just under 2 gigs. Amber City is a new puzzle-style adventure game from Loft with a download around 625 megabytes, and in this one we follow a young girl that awakens lost and alone in a ruined city. As you play through, you'll gain a few different abilities, but the main gimmick to this one is that you can control the light and reverse time, and this will be used to restore the city back to its normal state. One thing I have to mention is that the controls on occasion can get a bit wonky and they do kind of mess with you, and some of the puzzles you'll face are pretty challenging, especially towards the end, and could cause a little frustration. If you enjoy a challenge though and you like the genre, Amber City releases today with an MSRP of $8.99. The next game on our list is called Backbeat. This is a unique single-player isometric puzzle game where music is the main theme, and in fact the story revolves around our main character named Watts as she sets out to find new members and form a punk rock band. Now the game puts us into different scenarios and we have to move each band member towards the final goal, and it does start off simple enough, but once you have all 4 people, the game increases in difficulty quickly, and sadly the game doesn't really do enough to guide you through the different mechanics, and it feels like it depends a bit too much on you having a prior knowledge of music on a technical level, which again is something I could see causing a lot of frustration, and on top of that the puzzles are very difficult towards the end of the game, and in a game all about music, I was a bit surprised that some of the sound effects and the audio design overall is just a bit jarring and kind of pulls you out of the game. Now it does have a cool retro look, and it releases today with an MSRP of $29.99 and will require about 1.5 gigs of free space for the download. Alright, and we'll close off with Subway Midnight, which is an interesting new puzzle style horror game with a download around 2 gigs, and it offers about 2 hours of main story gameplay. However, there is a bit of replay value here, as you won't be able to see everything the game offers, typically in one run. In this one, we play as a strange young girl trapped on a mysterious train that appears to be haunted by several different ghosts, and it's our job to help them move on by solving a number of different puzzles found in each different car. To make matters worse though, while this is going on, you're also being stalked by a creepy dark figure, so you really can't waste time either, and while the puzzles start off simple, they do progress, and as a result, the gameplay becomes more and more intense the deeper you get into the story. It's definitely another weird game this week, and you can pick up Subway Midnight right now on your Nintendo Switch for just $10.99, and I look forward to more games from the developer in the future. Alright everybody, thank you all so much for watching, we really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video or you like the Switch, we have plenty more content on the channel, feel free to check it out.